to Cape Coast and bring you what's been happening at the Kusa Games, and it's entered day 4 yesterday. It's been interesting so far, a lot of surprising results. Of course, the University of Ghana yesterday, they were in action. They got some gold medals. I'll bring you all the details from that, and of course we would also get to look at yesterday's results in the Ghana Premier League and move to the foreign scene yesterday. Liverpool, things not getting too well for them. They were in the first leg of the second semi-final of the EFL Cup against Tottenham Hotspurs, and that game didn't go too well for Liverpool. Some of the fans, in fact, the coach was not happy with the referee's decision in there. They believe there should have been a red card. We'll get to listen to both coaches speak, and then, of course, Andy Murray and Djokovic continue their training, and then we'll get to listen to Djokovic speak. I mean, they've been rivals, and then for the first time, they've teamed up. Andy Murray is now coaching Djokovic, and we'll get to listen to Djokovic on how he feels and what it's like for Andy Murray to train him. Let's start off with a quote from Lewis Hamilton, and he says, "Don't fear failure. Fear being in the exact same place next year as you are today." So don't fear failure. Fear being in the exact same place next year as you are today. All right, now let's move on and start off from the Gusa Games and bring you results from the football event yesterday. So Unimac GIJ, and with that, say a big shout out to all the Unimac GIJ students doing the listening right about now. I'm not going to mention names, but then good morning to Atom. And they actually lost yesterday, yes, to GTUC, and a 3-1 in favor of the telecommunication school. Well, for the UMAT side, they actually emerged victors yesterday. They beat UPSA 3-0. So UMAT 3, UPSA 0 in the men's football event. All right, now let's move on from football and get to other disciplines. And in the women's double final for tennis, gold medal for Legon. Congratulations to University of Ghana Legon, Na Alona Ankra, and then Laurentia Agboyaba. They beat Yaira Kumashi and then Tracy Ampa 6-4, 6-3 to emerge winners of the gold medal in tennis yesterday. So congratulations to the ladies. In basketball, UCC beat UPSA 111 points to 29, and then the University of Ghana beat GCTU 90 to 36 points. Now KNUST in the handball men's event, they lost to University of Education winning by 18 to 30 points. In goalball, GCTU, they lost to KNUST 8 to 16. In the basketball women event, we saw UDS, they actually lost to KNUST 45 to 50 points. So handball women, UG University of Ghana 20, University of Education winning by 47, and in the goalball men's event, University of Ghana, they beat GCTU 10-0. I mean, it's a big scoreline there, beating the GCTU side 10-0 there. And in the hockey men's event yesterday, University of Education Winneba, they lost to KNUST by 6-0. And in the beach volleyball men's category, University of Ghana 2, UBIDS 0. In the netball women's event, KNUST, they lost to University of Education Winneba 36-44. And finally, volleyball UCC, the host school, they beat University of Development Studies UDS by 3 points or 3-0. Now we would also get to see some action today in the basketball women's event. So we'll see the University of Ghana take on KNUST, and then we would also see University of Education Winneba. So basketball for the women, we'll see GCTU take on University of Ghana, and then University of Education Winneba take on Gimpa. Now, in the handball women's event, University of Ghana take on UMAT, and then we'll also see UCC take on KNUST. And for the handball, all right, now, so that's handball women. Let's move on to basketball men, where today UMAT take on the University of Health and Allied Science. UHAS, they are yet to win a game in the basketball event. Let's see if they can redeem themselves today against the miners from Takwa. The Education Winneba side, they take on UESD today in the basketball event, and then the final game in the basketball men's event, we'll see GCTU take on Gimpa at around 4:45 p.m. today. Now, in beach volleyball, there will be one game. University of Education Winneba taking on GCTU in there, and in the hockey event, we'll see University of Ghana take on University of Education Winneba at 3 p.m. That is for the women, and for the men's side, it will be the same game. So University of Ghana taking on the University of Education Winneba. So for both men and women, we'll see both games happen today. All right, now let's move on to the Ghana Premier League. So yesterday's game week 15, outstanding game between Nswatraman FC and Midiama Sporting Club ended 1-1, and we saw 2 early goals coming in that game in the first half. The first happening in the 10th minute, Kingsley Breyer scoring for the away side Midiama, and they are actually looking to move on into the top 8 of the Ghana Premier League. But then 2 minutes later, Mohamed Isaka equalized for Nswatraman FC. So now, after 16 games played, here's how things are looking like on the Ghana Premier League table. Bando Hearts of Lions, they lie first with 30 points. Bibiani Gold Stars lie second with 30 points as well. So Bando Hearts of Lions do have a superior goal difference, and the Nations FC are third with 29 points. Bechim United have 29 points as well. They lie fourth. Accra Hearts of Oak lie fifth with 28 points, and Kumasi Asante Kotoko are behind Accra Hearts of Oak with 28 points as well. So Hearts of Oak do have a superior goal difference in there. So let's just do it this week. Bando Hearts of Lions 30 points first, Bibiani Gold Stars second 30 points, Nations FC third 29, Bechim United 429, Accra Hearts of Oak fifth 28, and then Kumasi Asante Kotoko sixth 28. It promises to be exciting. I mean, there's no Premier League, there are no Premier League fixtures this weekend. We'll see FA Cup action, but then when they return next week, we'll see how things would happen there. And the 7th place, Midiama, after yesterday's draw, they now lie 7th with 26 points. Summertex are 8th with 21 points, and then Bekum Chelsea are 9th with 19 points. Vision FC are 10th with 19 points. Basake Holy Stars are 11th with 18 points. The Diana Stars are 12th with 17 points. Young Apostles 13th with 17 points. Dreams FC, after that controversial okay. According to Accra Lions, that was a controversial game. They actually beat Accra Lions. They have moved out of the relegation zone, 15 points. Karela United do have 14 points. They lie 16th. Accra Lions, after that defeat to Dreams FC, lie 17th with 13 points. And then Legon Cities FC lie 18th with just 11 points. So Dreams FC have also replied Accra Lions Yes, don't forget that on Monday we saw Accra Lions come out with a statement on their social media handles. I mean, condemning the referees' performance after they actually lost that game to Dreams FC, citing, I mean, errors from the officials that I mean could not stand. So yesterday they released a video as well, and it was surprising that you could see that some of the officials, I mean, it seemed as if clearly had a plan, because some of the offside calls always went against Accra Lions. Well, Dreams FC, they've also replied a lengthy one, and let me just bring you excerpts of that statement from Dreams FC. It says Dreams FC Football Club has taken notice of publications made by Accra Lions FC following the Ghana Premier League Week 16 fixture played on Sunday, January 5th. 2025. While we generally agree to upholding the tenets of integrity, professionalism, fair play, and holding authorities accountable, it is equally important we do so while staying true to these principles, employing the right and appropriate channels, and eschewing any form of hypocrisy and double standard. Our fellow Premier League club touted their credentials as being runners-up last season of the very product they seem to bastardize and undermine in their publication. We are very sure, per their suggestions, this feat was achieved by securing results in matches without any refereeing issues. I mean, it is interesting. It is interesting. It is a lengthy one from Dreams FC. But then we are still waiting to hear from the FA. It's been, I mean, today's Thursday, 4 days now, and we've still not heard from the Ghana Football Association. We don't know if Accra Lions are going to be sanctioned for, I mean, these days, the FA very quick to sanction teams, managers, and players who go against officials or speak up when things go wrong. Let's see if the FA would come out to sanction Accra Lions. Okay, let's move on to the foreign scene, and let's start off from the EFL Cup yesterday. Interesting game that was, and Tottenham Hotspurs, they edged out, I mean, in the first leg. So the second leg, that game ended 1-0. Lucas Beval gave Spurs a narrow advantage to take to Anfield, but Liverpool were left raging that the 18-year-old was still on the pitch to make the decisive contribution. 4 minutes from time, Beval was on a yellow card when he caught Liverpool defender Kostas Tsimikas late in an incident not seen by referee Stuart Atwell. Tsimikas was still on the pitch when Beval scored moments later, prompting a fierce reaction from head coach Ancelot. Speaking after the game, Ancelot says he never felt his side were going to lose, but also admitted he was frustrated that Lucas Beval avoided a potential second yellow, and then scored the match winner minutes after avoiding the yellow card.
Proud, and again, we had to deal with some adversity tonight. We started the game really well, I thought, but then obviously we lose Rodrigo, and even in the way it happened, it's quite distressing. You see a teammate go down in that manner, and again, we had to sort of compose ourselves and deal with that and reorganise, and super proud of the players. I have been all along. It hasn't been through the want of trying that our results haven't been. It's certainly not been on them. It's just that we just haven't been able to get the consistency to get the results we needed. But just proud that they feel good tonight. They get the rewards of their hard work. Our fans as well, because we put them through a tough time. I thought they were outstanding tonight. We haven't achieved anything, but I think just that feeling of having a victory against a top opponent in a big game, I think really pleased for everyone.
All right, actually that was Ange Postecoglou, coach of Tottenham Hotspur. Now let's get to listen. Of course, Ange Postecoglou was elated with how his team performed, and a lot of investors actually expected that game to see a lot of goals, but then it was just 1-0. Now let's get to listen to Arne Slot.
It was a good goal, let that be clear. Ball in behind, cut back cross, Bergval scoring, stayed really calm, finished it off, but I don't think you're interested in that. I think you're interested in the moment before. Yeah, when I just walked in, I said, I was thinking, I think I saw Ainge sitting here on Sunday, and I thought something happened, and I think Spurs weren't happy with a few decisions that were made on Sunday. And many people always say that this will eventually match up in the end of the season. I'm not one of them that believes that, because sometimes you can be unlucky in the season or you can be lucky in the season. Yeah, on Sunday a decision went against them. Maybe today a decision went in favor of them. Which is, of course, very unlucky for us, because I've never felt that we were going to lose this game, especially not after the first 15 to 20 minutes, because I did feel Spurs started the game better than us. But after that, in my opinion, we had most of the game control, played most of the game on their half.
Right, so there you have Arne Slot, coach of Liverpool, and speaking there, I mean, he obviously believes that there should have been a second yellow card for the goal scorer in there. Well, the game ended 1-0. Second leg would happen on the 6th of February, and of course at Anfield. So 2 legs. If it ends in a draw, it goes to penalties. Of course, there are no away rules in this tournament. Well, let's see how it goes. 4 teams in the semi-finals: Liverpool, Tottenham Hotspur, Newcastle, and then Arsenal. Now let's move on and talk about West Ham United. Confirmed they have sacked. Yes, so Mohamed Kudus would have a new manager very, very soon. Guess who? Yes, so we're going to see former Chelsea and Brighton Hove Albion manager Graham Potter. He's set to be appointed as new manager for West Ham United after the club sacked William Lopetegui. Now, Potter has agreed a 2.5-year deal with the Hammers and will be unveiled at the London Stadium, hopefully later today. And we wish him all the best. So Mohamed Kudus will have a new coach. Let's see if he can maybe improve our star boy. And France head coach Didier Deschamps has confirmed that he will leave the national team after the 2026 World Cup, even though France are yet to qualify for the tournament. Deschamps took over from fellow 1998 World Cup winner Laurent Blanc in 2012 and led France to the World Cup title in 2018, 2 years after reaching the Euros final on home soil. In an interview on French TV, Didier Deschamps says, in 2026 it will be over. In my head, it is very clear I've done my time with the same desire and passion to maintain France at the highest level. But 2026 is a very good time to stop. Okay, we wish him all the best. Let's see how the World Cup would happen next year. Now, Barcelona, we understand, have temporarily won the battle to register Daniel Mo and empower Victor to play in the second half of the season following an appeal to Spain's National Sports Council. So a CSD statement stated this measure, which is provisionally until the appeal filed by the club and the aforementioned player is finally resolved, suspends La Liga and then the RFEF's decision. So we'll see these 2 players play for Barca for now. Then we'll see what happens later. Now, Marcus Rashford, we understand he is looking like leaving Manchester United. It's likely he's going to leave United on loan. Probably, we understand that his agent met with AC Milan yesterday and would also meet with some other clubs, the likes of Juventus. Como, we understand, are not in the race. So yesterday, news making rounds was that Como are in the race to sign Marcus Rashford, but now we understand that AC Milan and probably Juventus would want to bring the Manchester United forward to the Italian league. So let's see how that goes. And Manchester United winger Amad Diallo has signed a new contract, and we understand that it will be confirmed today. So congratulations to him. And Manchester City, we are also getting interested in Omar Mamouche, but may struggle to price the Egypt forward away from Eintracht Frankfurt in January as the German club push for Champions League place. And then we also understand that Casemiro, yes, he might leave Manchester United and join former teammate Cristiano Ronaldo at Al Nassr. Okay, so that should do it for sports this morning. My name is Jones Aji Jones ADZ. Don't forget to join us on the game at 1 p.m. We have a big interview for you. Yes, guess who we're bringing on today? The Olympic the African Games gold medalist Mohamed Amadou will be our guest today at 1 p.m. on the game on Radio Starr 103.5 FM and then on GH1 TV as well. So don't forget to join us on the game. Of course, it will be streaming on X at GH1 TV, and it promises to be interesting when the young boxer tells us all about his exploit. Don't forget, he's been nominated for the Boxer of the Year at the SWAG Awards. All right, my name is Jones Aji. This is Starr 103.5 FM.